Hi, everyone. This is Movies with My Mother. I am Lexi, as always.
And I am Mom, Lori.
And we have a little bit of house cleaning to do before we talk about the movie we watched. I have been working hard at getting the older stuff edited and posted. Right now, we are posted through You've Got Mail.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, so that's cool. Hebrew Hammer and Usual Suspects are still in the can, just waiting to go.
Nice.
When I get some free time, I will.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I will start working a little faster on it. Also, I have been able to get us on a number of different podcast sites.
Yay!
So that's pretty exciting. The RSS.com feed has been great. I don't know why the Anchor feed didn't really work as well as it said it did.
Yeah.
But through Anchor, we are on Anchor FM and Spotify.
Yes.
And through RSS.com, I was able to get us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Radio Public, Stitcher, Overcast, Breaker, or Player FM, whatever it feels like being named today, a Podcast Index, and Reason FM. I did try to get in to tune in last night, but I don't exactly know what I'm doing, and it was kind of difficult. So,
oh my gosh!
So yeah.
So maybe we will have people listening to us.
Maybe. I hope so.
Yay! Because we think we're pretty damn funny.
Well, I know that we're pretty damn funny.
And beyond ridiculous.
Well, that goes without saying. And we did recently join a group for female podcasters.
Yes.
Affiliated with the Mighty Network. And that's been exciting. If any of you Mighty people or female podcast group listeners are here, hello. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, yay.
So that's exciting. According to RSS, their analytics, we have listeners in Wisconsin and Oklahoma and Kansas and Texas and Los Angeles.
Yes.
Maryland, Dublin, Ireland, and somewhere in Birmingham, UK.
I am so excited.
So yeah, that's pretty exciting for two ladies that sit on a couch in a living room with no soundproofing and annoying animals.
Yeah, that's all right.
And a husband that walks in and out wherever he is. And an editor that has really no idea what she's doing.
Yeah, well.
So
you're doing a good job, Alexis.
That's right.
And if it's really true that there are people out there listening, I am just beyond excited.
Yeah, that's thrilling.
Yes.
You know, we kind of this is kind of just a pet project, just really as an excuse to hang out.
Yes.
So it's pretty exciting that, a few people are out there enjoying it.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. I sure hope so.
Because we're having fun doing it.
Yes. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Also, we're just having fun eating.
Well, that too. Because as you might know, if you have listened to us, we usually have a theme meal.
Yes.
And, that's part of the fun for us.
Yeah.
Because we just like to eat.
Of course.
And Alexis is a fabulous cook.
Thank you.
We always have something good.
I learned from the best.
Yeah, I dial the phone and bring food.
But yeah, this has been awesome for us, and we're really excited. I think this is like number 15 or 16, yes. So that's exciting for us too.
Yeah.
And we're just having fun with this. We're watching fun movies.
Yes.
And Mom is kind of expanding her horizons a little bit.
Scary but true.
She's watched slasher films.
Yeah, I've never seen a slasher film before now.
You don't sound impressed.
Yeah, I don't even wonder why.
Okay, but, enough gloating. I think that I just wanted to say, hey, we see you out there. Thank you for being out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Yeah.
And the movie we watched today
yes,
is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I love it.
Obviously a classic from 1975.
Yep.
Directed by Terry Gilliam and Terry Jones. It clocked in at about an hour and a half. It got a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's pretty awesome.
Wow, yeah.
91% on Metacritic.
Wow.
Yeah. And 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
I did write down money. Their budget was about £230,000, which is about $400,000. And the U.S. box office was about $5 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Wow. That's fantastic.
It was written mostly and starred mostly
Yeah.
the Monty Python comedy troupe, Graham Chapman, John Cleese, Michael Palin, Terry Jones, Terry Gilliam, and Eric Idle.
Yep.
You can't really say enough about this movie just because it's so funny.
Yes.
It's so funny.
It's ridiculously funny. It's the medieval movie that you want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not, I mean, it lulls a bit here and there.
It does.
But it's not boring because when it's in full action, it's just ridiculous.
Yes.
So you have to keep watching.
To see what comes up next.
Yes.
See what foolishness is going to arrive.
Yes. We said that this budget was super small. I found that Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, money from that album helped pay for this movie to be made.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. Also, Led Zeppelin and Genesis chipped in.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I didn't know that for this one. I know that for Life of Brian, George Harrison mortgaged a house to help pay for Life of Brian.
Oh my God.
George Harrison of Beatles fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day, the Pythons were compared to the Beatles. What the Beatles did for music, the Pythons did for comedy.
Okay, yeah. I can see that.
That's what it was compared to that. And I was surprised that they started in 1969. They got together in 1969 to start this. And I was a little surprised it was that early on. Because I'm thinking, I don't think I realized anything funny about Monty Python until maybe the 70s, the mid-70s, and so, but they've been around a long time. What was this movie?
1975.
Okay. It might have been around that time that I noticed them because I had seen stuff on TV.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So, I thought it was hilarious then, and I think it is now. Although I've never seen The Life of Brian.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it. It's the basis of the story is that this baby is born and they think it's Jesus. That people are coming to him thinking he's Jesus, and he's just like, nope, I'm just a guy named Brian.
That would be equally as ridiculous as this movie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was shot in beautiful, sunny Scotland and England, where it rained 90% of filming.
Oh my God.
Everybody was wet and miserable, and the hotel that they were staying at, that the whole crew and cast were staying at, had very limited hot water.
Oh my God.
So at the end of filming, it was a race to get back to the hotel so you could get
some
hot water.
Okay. All right. That's funny. Because
I do this every time.
Well, I've decided to put mine on a little coaster.
I'm just pushing it. That's what the problem is. Okay. Now, because it was a super low budget film, there were things that were, I guess, improvised to make this more realistic. The coconut banging for the horse sound. It was just because they couldn't afford horses.
Yeah.
They just could not afford the horses for the
But
bags.
if they had had horses, it wouldn't have been what it is.
Well, it would have been funny if none of them knew how to ride a horse. But I feel like people in England just know how to ride horses.
Yeah, and especially that time, they didn't have anything but horses, so,
Yeah.
Medieval times. So I think they would have known how to ride horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can almost do that with your hands.
And I love the fact that they still galloped as well.
Yes.
Like they were on a horse.
Holding the reins. Yes. This was one of my favorite movie picks, and simply because of the fact that it is so ridiculous. It's hilarious. And this is truly mindless entertainment. This is really
absolutely
the only reason I want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Just complete, mindless, funny.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Yes. Another budgetary setback was costuming.
Oh boy.
So the improvisation there was that the armor that all of the knights wore was made out of wool.
Oh.
And made to look like armor.
Oh. So somebody just crocheted it?
Yeah, probably.
Nice!
And the only person that was wearing real armor was Graham Chapman, King Arthur.
Why, did he have it in his closet?
I don't know.
That's kind of, we don't really want to know.
I don't think so. But why would you need a chainmail headdress?
People are really into chainmail.
Yeah, I think that's because LARPing was, supposedly cool for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
I once met somebody on that stupid internet game I used to play that was just like, well, I'm an actor. I LARP. And I'm like, you're just kind of a neckbeard that just runs around the park with his friends with plastic swords and beanbags. You're not really an actor.
Is that what LARPing is?
LARP is live action role play.
Oh. Well, I learned something today. Are those the people that go to the park, and get a group and reenact? They're not reenactors, are they?
Well,
they're just people that...
If it's not really reenacting because it's more like, Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Oh, okay.
The reenactors are reenactors.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Like at the fort, they reenact the battle every year?
That's reenacting.
Okay.
Blythe went to school with a guy who is really big into Civil War reenactment. He and his wife go a lot.
They dress up and they have their own costumes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It really is. It looks fun. They go and camp at the fort, and they have fires and eat stuff there and
wear itchy wool.
Well, yeah.
And sleep in a tent.
I'm not into that.
I am not
yay
into
for them.
Any of that. But yeah, no, he looks like he's having fun. Good for him.
Yeah. Okay.
I read that Michael Palin played 12 separate characters, the most of any of the other Pythons.
In the movie?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Sir not in this movie was Michael Palin's son. When they were flipping through the Book of the Knights, and they're like, and also Sir not appearing in this movie, and it was just a little baby face and a big, yeah.
Oh, that was a picture of his son?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun. How fun.
Yeah. What else did I see?
And Michael Palin and Terry Jones were writing partners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Terry Jones just died pretty recently.
Yes. 2020, January of 2020. What, a year ago.
A debilitating fight against Alzheimer's and dementia. What a horrible way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a completely brilliant, hilarious man.
Yes.
Just awful.
Yeah, but he had a nice young wife to take care of him.
Well.
And he's one of those people that have two families.
Well, of course.
He and his first wife had kids in 74 and 76, and then he got with this woman. I completely forgotten her name. and they had a daughter in 2009. Yeah, he was in his 60s.
Well, Mick Jagger is, 78, and he's still popping out kids left and right, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's his approximate age, but he looks 1,010.
Oh, at least. He's lived a hard life. Rode hard and put away wet.
Well, we were talking about the Fix-It Man at work, and I don't know exactly what the story with him is, but we were trying to figure out exactly how old he is. But it's all skewed because we know that the woman that, she's one of the runners, she does mail runs, and she does a lot. She's a very busy woman. She is much younger than you.
Yeah, well, that's young.
And looks much older than you.
Crazy.
All right. Terry Gilliam has also gone on to direct many, many, many big movies.
Big, yes.
And I always kind of get the one confused with a different movie, which is about a completely different thing. Brazil. I only know that movie because Justin likes it. He's watched it a few times in my presence.
That's one of the ones I did not write down because I didn't recognize the name.
From what I have seen of that movie, it's just like a fever dream.
Oh.
I don't really understand it.
Uh-huh.
But that's kind of his style.
Oh, well, yeah.
Kind of fever dreamy.
Uh-huh.
Did he do 12 Monkeys?
12 Monkeys, Fear
Okay.
and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fever Dreams.
Time Bandit, Fisher King.
Okay, yeah. But I always confuse Brazil with Boys from Brazil, which is a movie about the Nazis that escaped Germany and went to South
Brazil.
America.
Oh, my. That's kind of different.
Completely different.
Yep, he was born in Minneapolis.
Really?
Yep. He's the only non-British English person in the troupe.
Okay.
But he became a naturalized citizen of England in 1968.
Wow, okay.
And then later on in 2006, he renounced his citizenship in the United States.
Oh.
And there was speculation that he did it for, financial reasons.
Absolutely.
And yeah, he's got a family to think of in the end. And, the United States, the government likes their cut of everything.
Oh, yeah. Even if you're an expat, you still pay taxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's an animator. He joined them to do the animation for the shows.
Oh, cool.
So that's how that started.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Yeah. It was turned into a hit Broadway play, Spamalot.
Yes.
That's a play on one of their Python sketches, and also this Holy Grail.
Eric Idle did that.
Yeah.
He wrote the stuff and the music, and he kind of stepped off on his own to do that.
Oh, okay.
And when it didn't really pan out for him, he went back to the group. So, but I know Spamalot. I mean, a lot of people know Spamalot.
Yeah. Clay Aiken was in Spamalot.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is something in the last 20 years.
Yeah. And did we say that Terry Jones made his directing debut with this movie?
No.
Yep, he did. And it's kind of thought of that he was like the innovator of the whole idea of the Pythons.
Oh, cool. I did see that there were a lot of arguments between Terry Jones and Terry Gilliam over how the movie should have been shot. Terry Gilliam was looking at it through the visual scope, and Terry Jones was really just about the comedy.
Right.
We're just making a silly movie. We're not trying to go crazy here. And after that, all of that arguing during this movie, they decided that Terry Jones would be the sole director on next projects.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess when you have a group of such talented, forward-thinking people,
yeah,
things like that happen. These are 6 hugely successful men.
Yes.
And I think they, even though they all came together to do this, they all have had very successful careers otherwise.
I believe so, yes.
So, they're crazy good.
Yeah.
So it's probably got to be very, very difficult.
I did read part of the trivia was about Graham Chapman and his rampant alcoholism.
Yes, and he was a medical doctor. He was an MD.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a very bad.
And like the first day of filming, his MO was to just get completely sloshed and then go out and do his funny thing and then go back and, cool down. But he found on the first day of shooting that there was no liquor to be had, and the nearest town was miles and miles and miles away. So he didn't have that to lean on, and the crew just thought he was uncomfortable in the heavy armor that he was wearing, but it was really that he had DTs from alcohol withdrawal.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Yeah. Have you ever seen somebody with DTs?
No.
I have. It's weird.
Well, they're all crazy and creepy and everything's bad.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, he died in 1989 of tonsil cancer.
Yes.
That had spread to his spine.
Oh.
I thought, tonsil cancer? What the hell, really?
Well, I mean, I guess it's in your body, and it's attached to everything else, so why not?
But in 1989, didn't he notice it before? I don't know.
Well, I don't know how it was in the UK, or if that's where he lived, or if he was stateside then, but he was a homosexual, and I don't think that was really a big known thing at the time, and I kind of think that if stateside, if he saw a doctor about anything during that time, it was just like, you have AIDS and you're gross and we're not going to do anything for you.
No, I hadn't put that together, yeah.
So, I don't know, that's all speculation, but, maybe that might have had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, I didn't put that together, but yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
And in 1983, he tried his hand at filmmaking with a movie called Yellowbeard, and it didn't do very well, but man, he put a cast together. Peter Boyle, Cheech and Chong, Peter Cook, Marty Feldman, Eric Idle, Madeline Kahn,
Mel Brooks is true.
Mason, yeah, and John Cleese.
Did I say James Brooks's? It's Mel Brooks is true.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is true. I knew what you meant. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, go ahead.
So even though it was very funny, it wasn't really received well, and it didn't do very well.
Oh, it's too bad.
But my God, with that group of people, it's got to be got to be even funnier than this movie.
And Madeline Kahn, she was just stunning.
Yeah.
To the very end, she was stunning.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Yeah. That was really all the notes I took. A lot of the trivia I saw, one of the entries was the airspeed velocity of the swallows. Yes. And I was just like, this is just too much to write down. I'm not doing that.
that whole thing. This is a temperate zone.
Also, when they get to the enchanter at the crazy bridge, the reason he was just like, some people call me Tim, was because John Cleese forgot the name. And that was just all ad-libbed.
Okay, that's okay. That's all right.
And we did point out that bridge was just, no.
Scary!
No, that is one of my fears in life, is to have to cross a bridge like that, or Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Even there's, at Wildwood, there's a big old
wooden plank bridge like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I hate it.
Ugh. Ooh.
I don't like it. I would rather walk a mile in the other direction to get around to where I need to be.
I'll get a boat and float across.
Yeah. I'll take my chances with the turtles.
Yeah. Well, John Cleese has a huge list of movie and television.
Yeah.
He and his first wife, Cynthia, wrote and starred in Faulty Towers.
Of course.
Who hasn't seen that?
Yeah.
I mean, my good God, that is hilarious. Fish Called Wanda.
Yes.
Fierce Creatures.
Uh-huh.
Time Bandit. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
2 James Bond movies. 2 Harry Potter movies. Several Shrek movies. I mean, this man is busy.
Yeah.
Busy, busy, busy.
And he still pops up and stuff.
Yes. He came to he emigrated to Los Angeles in the early 90s. So I'm assuming he still lives there. I didn't see anything that he had returned.
What's the difference between emigrating and immigrating?
I'm not sure, but that's what it said on the computer, so I wrote that word down.
I know. I always see it, and I'm like, oh, I could look that up, and I'm sure I probably know it in the back of my mind. But
probably.
Sitting here right now, feeling real dumb, I don't know the difference.
I got nothing. I'm right with you.
It's Saturday morning. We are tuned out.
Oh, and I have, this new job is absolutely killing me. I just found out where I'm working next week.
Oh.
Well, maybe for the next month. But I've got all 6 to 2:30s.
Nice.
Yeah. Better than the 1 to 9s that I've been working for the last 2.5 weeks.
Fuck that.
Ugh. I am way too old to be staying at work until 9 o'clock at night.
I don't know how you're upright
that
late at night.
Yeah, it's bad.
Though I will say I stayed up till 10 o'clock last night.
Wow.
Fiddling around on this computer trying to get podcast sites listed and everything.
Oh my God, Alexis.
I know.
Gee.
And then
Alexis goes to bed at 8 o'clock every night. But don't tell anybody. She's in her jammies by 6.
No, I'm not.
Oh, wait, that's me.
No, I got home, I fed the cats, I started cooking right away, and then I finished up You've Got Mail, and then I was just like, okay, where is this actually being put out at? Because I know that when we signed up for Anchor was just like, oh, we're going to put you on like 8 different venues, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't really think that this says that we're on 8 different venues.
Right.
So then I started investigating that and kept going, rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm. Just like any other time on the computer.
Right. And about 8:30, Justin walked out of the bedroom to go to the bathroom, and he's just kind of looking at me like, what are you doing up? I'm like, what are you doing up? Because he was asleep when I got home. He was sawing logs.
Oh.
But yeah, I looked at the clock after a while, and it was 10 o'clock. I'm like, I need to get my ass in bed.
Holy cow. Oh my God, yes.
And then I woke up, I had like an anxiety dream, and I woke up not long after Justin had left for work.
Oh my.
And I checked the food just to see how it was, and I had to doctor it up, and I was really worried about it.
Well, let's talk about the food.
Yeah.
We had rabbit stew.
Rabbit
but
in parentheses.
Made with beef. Because we decided we didn't know where you bought rabbit.
Also, is that one of those gamey meats?
I don't know. I've never had it. I don't know.
So I don't know if I want to know.
No. I mean, trying stuff is good.
Yeah.
Except, we're not hunter people.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even know if you could go to a store and buy rabbit meat.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe at like a specialty market, but
Yeah, I don't know. So we pretended it was rabbit, but it was beef stew.
It was just beef stew. It was awesome.
And it was fabulous.
And
very good.
For dessert, we had a lemon bundt cake, which was also fabulous.
Oh, yes.
Not very English.
Well, we think so.
Sure. Well, that's what the internet said.
Okay.
Google never lies to me.
No, absolutely not. Everything you read on the computer is absolutely the truth.
But yeah, no, that was fun to do, fun to make.
Yeah.
I love an excuse for a soup or a stew.
Oh my God, yes. I agree.
Potted chili.
You can have that any time of the year.
Yeah,
anytime.
No. Yep. I'll have a bowl of ice cream in in a blizzard
Yep.
and a hot bowl of chili on the hottest day of the year.
Yep.
Don't
I agree.
care. I'm not
Soup.
a hot, cold food person.
Nope. Soup, chili, stew, absolutely any day of the year.
Yep.
I know a lot of people think, oh, that's awful, but
Justin's mom is like that. She was just like, oh, I'm waiting for it to get a little cooler so I can make a pot of spaghetti. And I'm just like, Jesus. Is that why Justin fiends for spaghetti
oh my
all
God.
the time? Because you only make it when it's cold.
Oh, man. Yeah, probably.
Justin could eat spaghetti.
I know, and I like a good
Every
pot of
week.
spaghetti, but I know you're not into that.
Well, I've eaten so much spaghetti that I just don't care about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not exciting.
Yeah. And, you know.
And I haven't found a sauce that I adore.
Well, why don't you make your own? Not all that hard.
Because it's just easier to open a jar and throw it in. But Justin has found a sauce that he loves, and I hate it.
Oh, no.
I absolutely hate it. I don't like it. I don't like the taste of it.
Oh, no.
It's also spicy, which I don't mind, but because I don't like the tomato flavor, I don't like the base flavor of it, so just having hot, nasty sauce.
Yeah, and I'm not thinking spaghetti sauce spicy. I know a lot of people put red pepper in their spaghetti sauce, but I'm not a spicy spaghetti sauce person.
No, I have had spaghetti made where it had half ground beef and half spicy sausage.
Oh.
And that was very good.
Oh, yes.
But I've tried to make it myself and it's not good.
Oh.
So I don't know if there's like a secret that I don't know about, or the sausage I used was not the right sauce. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like the hot sauce that he likes and he wants it all the time. I'm just like, ugh, I'm going to get my own sauce and just put a little spaghetti in a different pan.
Yeah, can't you just cut the spaghetti in half and one for him and one for you?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did.
I hate doing that shit, but, good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that cooking 2 meals thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Nope. Not interested in that.
There was a post I saw on Facebook that was just like, do you cook food for your man and then serve him, or are you like trifling? And I was just like, well, it depends on how he's acting. Maybe he's being trifling.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. That's funny. Oh my. Stop that.
I will say that I've never seen Monty Python in the Life of Brian, but I have seen Monty Python's Meaning of Life, and it embarrassed me. I also was, 20 years younger when I watched it, but still I'm watching it like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. I don't like this.
Okay. Then that's not mindless entertainment.
No, I didn't like it.
Well, then, being an adult, you don't ever have to look at it again.
I know.
And that's okay. So, yeah.
Flying Circus was a staple of PBS television forever, so we've watched Monty Python's Flying Circus since I can remember.
Yes.
That and Are You Being Served?
Yes. Faulty Towers.
I don't remember that as much as a child as I do as a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Try to think of some of the others. I mean, my God, there's
Hyacinth Bouquet.
Yes.
What's that one?
I was just trying to think of that one, put a name on it, but it is just not in my brain cells.
Yeah.
You want me to look it up?
No. Hyacinth Bouquet. Her last name is Bucket.
Yeah. Her poor husband. I would have shipped her off to I don't know where a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Masterpiece Theater I wanted to be into just because the opening of the show was so cool.
Yeah, I couldn't
could
get
never
into that.
Get into it, and I'm just, oh man, I feel like uncool about this.
No,
The opening of the show was cool.
It truly is. But all that highbrow stuff that they always have on there just isn't me.
It's way above me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So.
That being said, I do love a Merchant Ivory movie. Have you ever watched a Merchant Ivory movie?
No, I don't know what that is. Keeping up appearances.
Oh.
It would have driven me crazy.
I knew it was keeping up something, but I couldn't, that last part I couldn't put up. No, like, Remains of the Day and Howard's End, stuff like that. I believe that Anthony Hopkins was in both of them.
Okay.
They're great movies.
I seem to recognize the last name, but I can't put a whole movie to it. It just, no. And everybody's into all these, the British series that are so popular right now. I'm not into that.
Great British Bake Off.
Oh, no, I like that. I would love to make some of that stuff they make.
I love that Noel Fielding is on it, sticking out like a sore thumb.
Noel Fielding.
He's the younger man that just dresses crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't understand why he's there. Because that awful woman is gone, probably. She was quite annoying.
Well, I don't know. I think I've seen Noel Fielding in other things like Mighty Boosh and IT Crowd, and he's hilarious.
Oh.
He's absolutely hilarious.
Well, he's trying way too hard on this show.
Oh, I don't like that. He was on an episode of Travel Man with Richard Iowati, another gorgeous man. Oh my God, he's good looking. Where they take like a cheap weekend and go somewhere fancy and just, spend less than $500.
Oh my God.
Or 500 pounds.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just a little getaway.
Nice.
And the show is really funny. One of the last seasons had Eddie Izzard on it, which was cool. But I don't think that Richard Iowati kind of knew what to do with Eddie Izzard.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Eddie Izzard is?
No.
Oh, she is a comedian. But they were a cross-dresser for many years, and that was all kind of incorporated into his acting and his comedy specials. He's very funny. That dry British humor. He's very funny.
Yes.
Because he's quite flamboyant.
Uh-huh.
But recently he come out as trans, and he is now a she.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I kind of don't think that they kind of knew, but I still think she goes by Eddie Izzard.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
It's a name.
Yeah. She had on, like skirts and heels and fleshy nails on this trip where they're like hiking through a town.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, nope. Wrong wardrobe. She did not get the message.
No, and unfortunately, she hasn't aged very well. Because she's quite old.
Oh. Well, now I have to get my phone out and...
I know that in the movie Velvet Goldmine, he played like a sleazy record producer type guy. And in his office in the movie was a giant picture of Jean Harlow behind him, just looking just all chanteusy and gorgeous. But it was him in drag.
Oh.
And it was fabulous.
Yeah. No, doesn't look familiar at all.
No, but yeah, no, she's
Oh boy, you aren't kidding.
Yeah.
She needs a little Botox there on her forehead.
Well, I think it's just the butch haircut that doesn't help.
Ooh.
Soften her up a little bit.
I see. But you're right. No, she has not aged well. Kind of looks like me, old lady, with my dad's forehead.
Yeah. But hugely talented, very funny.
Okay.
Whatever sex she is.
Yes.
At this moment, hilarious. Find them. Their comedy specials are hilarious.
I will look for that.
Eddie Izzard.
Fun.
Yeah. Speaking of travel shows, Michael Palin, for a long time, had travel shows, nature shows,
yes,
stuff like that.
I believe that is true. I kind of fell down on my studies.
No, that's okay.
And I did not get anything on Michael Palin.
Well, being alive until 9 o'clock at night, I mean, I get it.
Oh.
There was a travel show that Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant did, where they sent their miserable friend Carl out to these to these beautiful places, but they set him up in the most god awful accommodations.
Yes.
And he bitched. I think he was in like Mumbai, India, and they set him up in like the worst rated hotel. But there were pictures of like Michael Palin everywhere they set up there just to piss this guy off. And he's just like, he's calling them, and he's just like, yeah, there's an ensuite shed. He's like, they wouldn't do this to Michael Bloody Palin. Oh my God.
I wonder what an ensuite shed is.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Oh man. How horrible.
But that show was great. I'll have to find out what it was called. I know that the miserable man, Carl Pilkington, branched off to a different show. I still think that Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais were involved, but kind of more in the background.
Nice.
Called The Moaning of Life, where he just kind of goes and embeds himself in like different cultures, and he had different experiences. He went to Brazil and he stayed at the apartment of one of the drag queens that was involved with Carnival.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just miserable there because it was hot and there's bugs, and
oh, I can imagine.
there was cockroaches in the house where he
staying.
anytime
you live in a tropical zone, there's cockroaches in your house.
Yeah. So he was just like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And I think that he was a bit uncomfortable with how, like, flamboyantly out and proud this guy was. I don't think that he was homophobic, but I think he was just uncomfortable with somebody being that boisterous.
I see. Sure.
And there was one episode where he got like a hair treatment because he's bald, and he got like one of those like specialty glued on hair pieces.
Oh
and
my
he
goodness.
was so excited. And he sent a picture to he calls her his wife, but I don't think they're married. He sent a picture to his woman, Suzanne, and she was just like, you look fucking ridiculous. And it completely burst his bubble. He went back the next day and had him take it off.
Oh no, did it look okay?
He looked fabulous. You could tell he walked out of there walking on a cloud.
Yep.
He went and bought a brush and fancy shampoo. And
oh my.
You look ridiculous.
Aww. That's too bad.
But no, if you get a chance to find anything with Carl Pilkington, he's, just because he is a miserable prick, he is so funny.
All right, I will look for that. Interesting.
We've talked about Eric Idle before on the show and his movie career after the Pythons. And the only one that really sticks out is the one I've already talked about, Splitting Heirs.
Yes.
Where he was in with Barbara Hershey and Rick Moranis.
And that didn't do real well.
No, but it was, Jesus Christ, it was hilarious. I believe Catherine Zeta-Jones was in that movie, too.
I didn't look into the movie. I just remembered that it was not real well received.
Well, it is a bit far-fetched.
Okay. I don't know. I recognized the name of the movie, but I didn't.
I've watched it with you. You said that it was a great movie.
See, I don't remember past yesterday.
And this was like 25 years ago, so...
Was I alive then?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up on the machine you hooked up to my TV and see if I could find that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, he returned to the group too.
Yeah. And they did several like Hollywood Bowl performances, stuff like big performances.
Yes.
Before and after Graham Chapman died.
Yes.
So that was cool.
Seemed to me they did something as a big group in the early 2000s.
I feel like it was kind of like a reunion show
thing. Yeah. I know I read about it, but I didn't really write anything about it. But I think that was, it was kind of a reunion, a kind of let's try it again thing.
Yeah, all hugely talented men.
Yes, I think so.
Though I have read stuff about John Cleese recently where he just sounds like kind of a insufferable old prick.
Yeah, just a dick.
Yeah.
But, he kind of has that look about him, too.
Yeah.
My way or the highway, thumb over you, push you down.
I don't know.
He just kind of looks like that to me.
Yeah, and I've read that, he's just kind of a meanie.
Well, he's what, about 4,000 years old?
They're all old. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back to him.
I have also read that Terry Gilliam is just kind of a piece of shit too. Trump supporter.
Oh well, that's unfortunate.
His views on stuff do not align with mine.
But I don't think he has an opinion because he renounced his citizenship.
Yeah. Your cinnamonship.
Your cinnamon dip. You think that's an iced coffee I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
Think again.
Put a little Kahlua in there?
I don't know. He renounced his citizenship.
Yeah.
You have nothing to say. You can be on the side of is the crazy man going to stay or is the crazy man going to go to a new party somewhere? What's his name?
What crazy man?
The British Prime Minister.
Oh, Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson, yes. He did not know he was at a party.
Oh.
Really?
Okay. He just looks absolutely insane.
Yeah.
That
ridiculous.
Hairdo gave him away.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Uh-huh. I don't, come on, buddy. You don't know that you're at a party with 100 other people? Really? Really?
Well,
He thought it was an office meeting.
Oh.
Well.
Okay. Sure.
You work with all those people? No. I don't know. But that's, he needs to be worried about that side of the pond, not this side of the pond.
Right. And speaking of that side of the pond, you see all that stuff with Prince Andrew?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
That woman is not, she's a pit bull.
Yeah.
She's not going to let go.
Yeah.
And Andrew has just dug himself so deep that he is never going to be able to see the top again.
No, he should have paid her off years ago.
Yep. Yep. Just like,
here's $1 million and an NDA.
Yep.
Have fun.
Yep. Yeah. And,
she deserves every penny, first of all.
Well, I don't know. At 17... Don't you think that you have more sense than to...
And also, in the United States, in a lot of places, 17 is a consentable age. Also, I don't know off the top of my head, I don't know a whole lot of her background, but I believe she had been there a few years.
Yes.
So...
And that her mother traveled with her. Isn't that the girl that her mother traveled with them?
I don't know.
See, I don't know enough about it either, but I think by the time you're 17...
But if you're...
You know the score.
But if you have been living that life for several years, you're also conditioned to not know the score.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And, if they're plying you with
14, 15,
drugs,
16, 17,
alcohol,
anything you want, dresses,
straight
shoes,
up coercion. Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way, but yes.
Yeah.
You are. And that's what they say, that they're conditioned to do this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, once that picture of him and her came out, I really think that he should have bowed to the pressure and bowed out.
Photoshop wasn't that good in 1997, okay?
No. Yeah. He's probably about the dumbest guy I've heard of in a long time.
And the settlement she got from Epstein years ago, he has been trying to say blankets him from prosecution because that settlement included not prosecuting others. But I don't think it was specifically meant to cover him.
Right.
And I kind of think that's what the judge is saying.
Right.
And
because there were plenty of other really famous people.
Oh, yeah.
That
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. That
Donald Trump.
stepped into that.
Ghislaine Maxwell was a guest at Chelsea's wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And like I said before, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Absolutely.
Not that I am perfect, but.
Well, you're not a sex trafficker either.
Well,
so.
That's true. That's true. That sounds like a full-time job, and I already got one of them.
It just sounds like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
Like madams. Like, I don't understand that. That just sounds like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
A lot of different personality types to deal with, and
Right.
I don't want to deal with that shit.
Drumming up that business, cold calls, and all that stuff. No.
So much goddamn work.
Yeah.
Ooh, and all the hiding, and all the money spent to do the hiding.
Yeah.
And the fake passports, because I'm sure you have to have a fake passport to go abroad. I'm sure you can't have a regular one.
Why not? See, that's what trips up so many criminals.
Well,
they start doing shady stuff. Pay your taxes. Pay your bills. Get real ID.
But how are you going to go into a government office and try to get ID and not tell somebody that you're being trafficked? Unless they're standing next to you with a gun to your head.
Yeah. Well, that happens.
Yeah. So I don't know, I don't know how you get legal IDs in a situation like that.
Again, see, I don't know anything about that. I don't have that shady mind.
Well, and I don't really either, but also I watch a lot of, like, Dateline.
Yes,
and
you
I
do.
listen to all those true crime shows, and we were watching one where this guy was talking, they really wanted the husband for this murder, the disappearance of this woman, and they later found that she was dead.
Yeah.
Near the home.
Yeah, I'm sure he killed her.
No, because the story is that she left the house at like 9 o'clock at night to walk 6 or 8 blocks down to the liquor store to buy cigarettes or, something trivial by herself.
Mm.
And the cops were just like, I'm not letting my wife walk anywhere at 9 o'clock at night in the dark by herself. He's like, what are you thinking? And that's really why they were just hammering this guy. But he really didn't. He did not do it. She was abducted while she was walking to the store.
Oh.
And later found very near her home.
I'll be darned. See, I jumped to the husband.
Well, always. But I looked at Justin, and because I control all the money, and it's not that I control it, it's just that I know how to get access to it.
Yeah.
I know where all the money is. Yeah. I know who to call
and
to
that
get
is
stuff.
Not to say that he doesn't have money to spend.
No, absolutely not. He can spend whatever he wants, even though he likes to question me about what I spend. That's something for another day. But I'm just like, if he had to use my debit card anywhere, he wouldn't know how to because he doesn't know the password.
Right.
If he wanted to get into the savings of both of our money that is in my account, he wouldn't know how to.
Right.
And he doesn't know how to get into his own account.
And it's that he doesn't even care to.
No, and that's what it really is. Is he knows that I have it under control, and
why bother with it?
If there's a problem that he needs to be aware of, I'll let him know.
Yep, that's it. Oh my God.
But I was just like, you'd be screwed if I'm dead, dude.
Yeah. Oh my God, yep.
But also, we live in an area where sex trafficking and major crime is not uncommon.
Correct.
We are...
Because of our location.
Yeah, we are on a direct line to Ontario.
Ontario, Detroit, Chicago.
Yes.
Cleveland.
Yes.
And all points eastward.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle.
Yeah. So, yeah, stuff like that is not unheard of in this area.
Right.
That's why I have a little tiny bit of knowledge about it.
Well, I should, knowing that it is, and knowing Teresa Fetter, because she's been so vocal about sex trafficking and all of that. I mean, I should recognize that.
Yeah.
And she's running for lieutenant governor this time.
I saw that. Yeah, good for her.
I didn't know who that guy is.
I don't know.
I can't even think of his name now.
I mean, I'm going to vote for him.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to vote for Teresa.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's been vocal about that for quite a number of years.
Yeah, because the need is great.
Yes.
It's something that's not just made up anymore. It is a real thing.
Right. crazy, huh?
Yeah, child abductions, sex trafficking, all of that stuff is all very, very real. And,
Yeah.
stuff like that, people didn't talk about that in the 80s.
No.
That's only been recently that we're talking about this stuff.
Right, and I'm sure it happened.
Oh, yeah. I saw a documentary about what happened to Johnny, and it was this kid, him and his dog, and they were on their way to go down the street to get his papers to deliver. He had his little wagon with him, and people weren't getting their papers, so they're like, hey, where's Johnny at? He didn't bring our paper today. And his parents are like, this isn't right. That's not right. And they go and they find his wagon and the dog sitting next to the wagon, and no Johnny.
Huh.
But this story gets a little muddy because the parents, the mother especially, just goes whole hog into, are we going to find my kid? What are you doing to find my kid? Are you finding my kid? What are we doing to find my kid?
Oh.
But then in a court hearing later, she does say that at some point, much later, she did have contact with the boy. That he and another young man went to her house, spoke to her, told her everything that had happened to him, because apparently he was abducted by a pedophile ring.
Oh.
And everything that had happened to him. And she's just like, we're going to call the cops. And he's just like, no, we're going to go.
Huh.
So, but, I don't know if I believe that story.
Yeah, that's odd.
I don't know if that was just to put some pepper on the fact that there is a pedophile ring in Middle America.
Yeah.
Or what, but yeah, it really got thrown off when she said that, and it was just like, oh, who do you believe?
Yeah, well, nobody, because, who do you believe?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a good documentary, though.
Yeah, that happens every day.
Yeah.
And there was something on the news this morning, I only caught a part of it, but a little girl has been just recently reported missing, but she's been missing for 2 years. And and mother blames dad, and dad blames mother, and everybody blames the stepmother. It's just weird. I'm going to have to go home and find out about it, what the deal is. How can the kid be missing for 2 years and nobody reported it?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That one podcast I was listening to that I had to stop listening to, that was one of the cases. Well, one of the cases was the woman that took her child, her developmentally disabled child. He got meningitis when he was an infant, and he just, everything was bad for him after that. And she was going to treat it with CBD and not medicine. But that was, where's the kid at? Oh, he's over there. Oh, he's here. He's doing this. He's there. And no, he was dead. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get that
But,
stuff.
and I you could tell that the people in this kid's life were just like, yeah, so he was there yesterday and he's still there? Like, does he have his medication? Like, is he okay? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. And the people around her were like, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, I don't know how you do this with your children, but how do you not know?
Yeah, right. I know. I don't get it. There are other adults in the room, I would suppose, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't know anything about that. But
yeah,
my kids aren't going anywhere without me.
Right. And like I said, there's other adults in the room.
And my kids aren't going to go places by themselves that I don't know about,
Especially ones that are ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I see it. I see it every day at the store. Any store you want to walk into, there's some woman that's screaming her lungs out at some little kid. F this, F that. What are you doing? You're stupid. You're dumb.
Well, that's because women my age now are grandmothers.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
So,
I do know. There are no adults in the room.
No. I still don't feel like I'm an adult.
Right.
I still feel like just an overgrown teenager.
I understand. That's why I keep saying, when I grow up, I'm going to get a real job.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm starting to get shorter now. So.
And, I don't know if you can see Laundry Mountain over here is back.
Oh, dear. Oh, my God. Alexis.
Just because I live like a teenager. I don't
I
care that
know.
it's not folded.
I know. I picked my coat up and there was laundry underneath my coat. I thought, okay, why was your coat here?
Yeah, first of all.
And why didn't you put that laundry away? And I know there's laundry in the dryer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the stuff I just pulled out of the dryer of mine, I mean, I will hang it up eventually. Probably.
Oh, but I have nothing to say. My house is a disaster area. Having worked all these nights, I did try to do some dishes yesterday.
I don't know if you noticed, I did not do dishes to impress you.
But there's a funk in my kitchen that's not going away.
No.
I think I'm going to need to take some cleaning fluid to the garbage can, maybe.
Oh.
With cat poo and
yeah,
canned cat food, the smell gets a little ripe. I think maybe I need to clean my garbage can because it's kind of that funk.
Justin doesn't put the cat garbage in the garbage can anymore.
Oh, he takes it right out?
Yeah.
Ugh. I probably could do that. I mean,
yeah.
How hard is that?
Well, I mean, it's like 8 more steps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Something to think about.
I know. I know. But it doesn't smell like cat litter or anything like that in my house, thank God. But there's a definite funk in the kitchen that says something's not clean.
Yeah.
So, since it wasn't the dishes that I started, it wasn't the sink drain, which I think I need to get a new food grinder.
A new disposal?
Disposal.
Really?
Because it only works part-time now.
Damn it.
I know. The only thing I haven't cleaned is the garbage can, so that's the next thing. I'll just soak it with bleach water and
well, I know that's but still it's gross.
You gotta do it, yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta pick all that shit out of there that's stuck at the bottom.
I'm pretty good about trying to keep the bag in it. It's only me. I mean,
right. And I think the only reason there's like shit at the bottom of our kitchen garbage can is because both the garbage can and the recycle can are both black, and I think they get switched every once in a while.
Yeah. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go home and clean my garbage can. Hopefully the funk will leave my kitchen.
Gross.
I know, but I gotta do it. I've let it go for 2 weeks,
right.
2.5 weeks. It's a blast.
I came home yesterday. Ooh, sorry about that. Sorry.
I'm awake.
I came home. I busted my ass cooking. Obviously, it wasn't very high impact, but
it was delicious.
But it still was some work. And I got done, and I'm just like, I am not doing the dishes. I do not feel like it.
I didn't even notice. So you're cool.
They don't smell funny yet.
Give it a couple of weeks.
So I'm gonna just leave it. She can look at it. I don't care.
I didn't.
She can judge me if she wants to.
Nope.
I don't think she will.
No, I do not. I do not come here to inspect your house.
Good. You'd be disappointed.
Yeah. And I hope that you don't come to inspect my house.
Never.
And if you do, don't bother coming.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'm a lazy old slob, and
yeah. Don't judge me on how my house looks.
I try to keep it up, but there's a lot of there's a lot of TV I want to watch, and
I just I work 10 hours a day. I don't feel like coming home and working for another 2 hours.
I know.
Even just to fold the laundry, I just don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Making myself dinner is hard enough.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. And believe me, I do not come over here to, I do wonder why you have the extra TV in here still. I thought that was going in the bedroom. That's Justin's business, right?
Justin will move that when he's got a wild hair.
Yeah. I have got an idea for a console to put under your magnificent television.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to try looking for it. Something very, very modern, very black and, well, actually it should have to be brown. Brown and gold and steel and...
Okay.
No, you don't like that at all, do you?
Maybe black and gold and steel.
Okay, but you got brown walls.
I know, but all the accessories are black.
Okay. Yeah, because you need something to put your speakers on and...
Yeah.
To fill it. It just looks so empty over there.
Well, and...
Just so empty. empty.
I don't know why the tall speakers have to be on TV trays. This is all Justin. Well, the cats are going to mess with it now that they can see it. They could see them before. They never messed with them. It's fine.
Yeah, why would they mess with the speakers?
Well, Tallulah's going to tear the netting off of the speaker and fuck it up. Tallulah doesn't go by the speakers.
Did she ever even look at the speakers?
She went over to chew on the cords, when we were moving them around. But no, she doesn't.
Okay.
They're pretty decent cats, even with her little rotten self.
Hang them up on the wall. I'm sure they could be fitted to hang
Mounted?
on the wall.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, whatever.
Yeah. It's so bare over there.
It really is.
You could almost put the love seat over there, but then Laundry Mountain would interfere with the TV.
Probably.
Yeah. You could even put the dining room table over there. But then it would
maybe.
still be bare. It would be bare.
Well, yeah, and also I think that obviously the table has just collected a ton of shit.
Yeah, I like your Santa Claus.
That's for Kurt.
He's cute. I love his green dress.
But also, is the audio receiver going to be too tall and then, block the TV?
No, I don't think so.
I think maybe it might be.
What, you got about 4 inches there?
I'm thinking more closer to 6.
But then again, it would be just as bare because there's nothing under there.
Right. And, eventually I want to get my movies back, in an accessible place, where I can actually watch stuff I want to watch. But that's all slow going, and I believe that Justin thinks that that's my responsibility to get that moving, and I hate to inform him that that's never going to happen.
Yeah, well, you gotta figure out something to put him in, though.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to have some kind of a case to...
Well...
Alright, that changes my idea. You're gonna need something like a hutch-type, low-boy-type thing.
Right. Forever ago, I thought about making, rotatable movie racks.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome, but I think would be kind of impractical because of just the amount of movies we have.
Right.
We'd need
50 cases.
4, 6, 8 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Because there's hundreds of movies upstairs.
Oh, yeah, I know. I remember when you had them on those stands.
Yeah.
I bet you there's more than hundreds. I bet there's thousands.
Well, not thousands. I do also have several large box sets. If you want to watch any season of Law & Order, holler at me. I've got seasons 1 through 20.
Oh, my God.
On DVD.
Nice. But no thanks.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah. We have not really discussed further movies. We have our lists of stuff we want to watch.
Which I did not bring mine this week, so you'll have to choose.
Okay.
I'll have to take something off of your list, which is fine.
Yeah.
You always pick good movies. There's only been a couple that I just... I think they were only those slasher movies.
Well, those, they serve their purpose for what they are.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, and more people like slasher movies than not.
Yeah.
So I am in the minority. I have nothing to say.
I am involved in a couple horror groups on Facebook, and I just kind of don't agree with a lot of the people that have that are parents, and they're introducing their children to hard horror movies way too early.
Oh.
And they're dressing them up in horror T-shirts and stuff like that. I'm just kind of like, it's cool that you like that shit, but if your kid wants to play with My Little Pony, let them play with My Little Pony.
Yeah.
And watch Paw Patrol. Yeah. And whatever other bullshit kids watch these days.
Right.
Kids don't need to be watching Hellraiser.
No.
Kids don't need to be watching Freddy.
No. You're too young for that even.
Did I tell you about the time I almost burned the house down watching Halloween?
Oh my good Lord, no.
At your house?
Oh my good Lord, no.
One night when I was in high school and Halloween was on TV, it was on USA because it was October, and it was real late at night, and I was watching this movie and I'm like, man, I'm kind of fucking hungry. So I'm looking in the cabinet in the kitchen and I'm like, there's really kind of nothing I really need in here.
Yeah.
But there was a can of tomato soup, and I was just like, I could do tomato soup right now. I could be cool with that. So I cooked up my little soup, put it in my little mug, went back and watched my movie. I didn't turn it off.
Oops.
I was going to bed. I was putting my mug in the sink, and I'm looking at the stove
smell?
like, Jesus Christ! And I was just like, oh, Mama's gonna beat my ass if I
No.
burn this house down.
That would have been okay. That would have been all right. I try not to be upset anymore. Back then, I would have gotten upset.
Well, I don't know. I've done that a couple times a year. Leaving the stove on all night.
What?
Yes, I walked into the kitchen one morning, getting ready for work, and I saw, minute blue flame on the stove, and I'm like, holy shit, I left this burner on all night. It was on low, super low, but
oh my God.
It's still
and
on.
the cats don't get up there, so you can't blame it on them.
No, Justin had sent me, something about a dog saving his person's life because, there was a fire in the house or something. And I was just like, that Cece did that. My cat did that. Justin was drinking one night. He put a frozen pizza in the oven, and then he died. And he didn't hear the oven go off.
Oh, no.
And Cece came, and he was just aggravating me. And I was just like, what is the problem? And I get up, and I follow him out into the kitchen, and yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there's smoke smell.
Oh, my God.
That pizza was incinerated.
He was the smartest kitty in the world.
He was.
Oh, my.
That happened a couple times. Justin was then, shortly after that, was banned from cooking.
Yes.
After he was done drinking.
Yes.
If you want a frozen pizza, I'll cook it for you, and you can microwave it.
Yes.
You can't burn the house down with the microwave.
That's true.
Not to do what he needed to do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Eat it cold.
I mean, Have you gone to Fresh Time and gotten their store brand frozen pizzas?
Nope.
They're awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're like the same price as like just a regular ass Tombstone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're great.
I haven't been to the grocery store in maybe a month.
Oh my goodness. Well, I can't say I have either, but.
Well, that's one thing on my list today. I gotta go and get some creamer and coffee and
provisions.
Yeah. It's slim pickings at my house.
Oh no.
Because I haven't heard from the place that sends my food, so I guess that's over with.
Oh, they're not sending it to you anymore?
No.
Oh.
No, haven't heard from them. No. So.
Are they still charging your card?
No.
Oh.
No, I only paid for the food when I ordered it.
Oh, okay.
So now I have to start cooking again, and I have to be a responsible adult. I don't just eat what comes to me.
Well, have you looked into like Noom or stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I've heard about that Noom.
Yeah.
Crystal does that. That's all psychological, and it's all, I know that. I know why I'm fat.
Yeah.
Yes, I came from a generation where you clean your plate every time.
Uh-huh.
You don't leave the table till your plate is clean. I get that. I know when I'm angry or when I'm mad or sad, that's when I eat.
Yeah.
I know that.
Uh-huh.
So suck it up and don't eat when you're mad or angry or happy or sad.
Well, I just kind of like that it's just like, and I don't do it mostly because I don't want to pay for anything.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you've had a bowl of ice cream today and a couple of cocktails. Maybe have some broccoli.
Oh, well, that's a thought.
Yeah.
I would not have thought of that either. But, and then I'll go, 3 days in a row and all I'll eat is salad.
Yeah.
That's not nutritious. I mean, a salad and a piece of chicken breast or a couple of hard-boiled eggs. But all I'll eat is salad.
Yeah.
And I know that's not good for me.
No.
That's defeating the purpose. And then your body thinks that you're starving, and it hangs on to all that belly fat.
We had Panera at work yesterday for lunch, and I got a sandwich that was so good.
Oh, my God.
Goddamn sandwich and an apple, because they didn't have chips, cost me, $12.
Yeah, but wow.
But It was
Oh.
soft tomato basil bread,
Oh,
like hunk of turkey, not
Oh.
sliced turkey, hunk of turkey, bacon, arugula.
oh,
But it said it was emerald greens. It was just a bit of arugula,
oh,
avocado,
oh.
and I put a little bit of mustard on it because that's what I like on a turkey sandwich.
That
It
sounds
was
delicious.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. I don't think Panera could put out anything bad.
No.
I did look into they have those pizzas now.
Wendy got the pizza at work, and she said that it was good, but the first thing I said, hey, how was that pizza? And she said, oh, it's good. Do you want to take the rest home? And I was just like, was it that good?
And they're crazy high in calories.
Really? Well,
Yes.
yeah, it's bread and cheese.
Yeah. Real. Unbelievably high in calories.
Ugh.
So no, I won't try that. I'm going to try to, what I need to do is get off my ass and move around a little.
That's why Justin was like, "Oh, have you found a treadmill?" And I'm like, "Well, I kind of have been reading reviews and doing the research, and I want something with continuous horsepower, not peak horsepower, and
Oh boy.
all this bullshit. Also, I need one that will hold my giant fat ass."
Yeah. And those Pelotons that look so pretty are $2,500
Right.
or
And,
more.
I wasn't really looking to spend a whole lot of money, but
Yeah, you're going to have to.
now I'm looking at spending triple what I had originally spent, what I wanted to spend.
Yeah, and Big Daddy's a Big Daddy, so if he's going
Yeah,
to use it,
and my
you
ass
need-
is much bigger than his. So, yeah, but I haven't bit the bullet on that yet.
I understand. I mean, it's hard to spend that kind of money.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to spend it
and-
without talking to him,
Right,
without him
and-
lucidly looking at it,
Right. And you're going to have to use it.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend that kind of money, you got to use it.
Right, but, if we get it, we can put it right there.
Yep.
And, instead of sitting here feeling sorry for myself while I watch Cops, I'm going to do a little walk while I watch Cops.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you got to use it.
Yeah. I have grand plans.
Okay.
Especially if I'm going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
I had a conference call at work yesterday, which I hate. I hate doing conference calls. I hate that so much. Nobody can log in. Nobody can do anything right. We gotta hurry this up, guys. I'm double booked. I got places to be.
Ugh,
It's like, bitch, really?
this was planned.
And then, why is your day so tight? Like, who does that? And he's showing us all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, all of this could have been an email. Nothing he showed us was anything really to do with what I do.
Oh, dear.
And really the only thing I took away from the call was that he had 3 outstanding invoices that needed paid.
Oh,
Just fucking send them to me.
yeah.
Call me. Hey, bitch, are you going to pay this? Well, I didn't get it, so I can't pay it. If you want to send it to me, I'll pay it.
Oh, man. Why do they find that so hard to understand?
Well, I have one shop that just they'll send all sorts of shit over to Car Stereo 1, and then they'll never give me a bill.
Oh.
So I haven't paid for that store's account at Car Stereo 1 since July. There are July invoices open on that
Oh, my God. And Car Stereo 1 isn't calling you?
Well, the lady emailed me yesterday. She's like, some of these have some really old things on there. What can we do about this? And I'm like, well, first of all, you need to put that store on hold. You need to decline any business from them because they do not understand that in order to have a service provided to them, they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just writing checks to you for work that I can't prove was done.
Right.
So
I need an invoice.
Yeah.
To start with.
I need an invoice that they then put a purchase order on. Because if they put a purchase order on, that means that service was used, the product was used, whatever was used or returned, and we are liable for this bill.
Yeah, and that you then send me a bill that has that purchase order, etc., etc.
Right.
And then I will pay it.
Right. And I'm like, can you send me those invoices again? And also, seriously, for real, cut them off.
Yeah.
Do not take any more business from them because they do not, I can send these to them periodically over time, and then it's a big giant surprise when they're cut off.
Yeah, why is it so hard?
Well, you need to get this taken care of. You need to get this taken care of. Bitch, I have sent these to you several times. Do not come to me freaking out because you are not doing your job.
Yeah.
Your people are preventing me from doing my job.
How long have they been in business?
Well, I don't want to be disparaging, but I think that some of the management are so focused on making money that the spending money to make money part really kind of is
gets by them,
above them. It's not anywhere in their sphere.
I see. Ew, though.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to keep order.
No. And I know that a lot of it is because it's people buying fancy cars. They want fancy shit to go in these fancy cars. And the salesman will set this up and not tell anybody else about it. So the service department doesn't know about it. The parts guys don't know anything about it. And this invoice is...
The salesman in Car Stereo 1 have the whole deal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that happens a lot.
I see.
So I don't know if those invoices are sitting on somebody's desk collecting dust. I don't know if they're in a landfill somewhere.
Right. File 13, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if... I know that the service guys are really shitty about following through.
Yeah.
So even if the service people send stuff over to Car Stereo 1, they're not finishing the process on their end. And I know that. But also, they have like office assistants there, and the one guy, he's just so busy. I'm so busy. And I just don't exactly know what he's so busy doing all day.
Right.
And also, if you did, the 4 invoices that you got today, you wouldn't have 65 sitting on your desk on the 31st when I needed them the 31st.
Right. That's just it. I mean, why can't we do anything right now to take care of business right now?
That's when people are like, hey, you haven't paid this. And I'm just like, if I'm not paying you, call me. There is a problem.
Yeah.
Like the trash company. I set up a payment for the company that comes and picks up all of our dumpsters. And I set up a payment for them in early December, and it didn't get released.
Oh, no.
Until the week of Christmas.
Oh, my God.
And the trash company is real particular. They need their money by, the 10th or 15th, or they're...
They probably have one of those 15-day things.
Yeah, or they're sending nasty notices, like, you need to fucking pay your bill. And I'm just like, I'm literally trying to pay your bill. Like, I want to, keep business going with you. Yeah. I really would like to pay you, but...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess around with the trash.
No. And I'm like, you're one of the few vendors we want to keep happy.
Yeah. Right.
And when because they had still sent a notice out after I had seen that the payment had been released. So I called to make sure, and I told the lady that. I said, you are a vendor we need to keep happy. If something is wrong, you call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because if I'm not paying you, there's a reason I'm not paying you, and that's because I either have a huge credit and I'm letting it ride, which happened recently. You haven't paid us since, March. Well, yeah, it's because I have a $1,500 credit that I haven't used up yet. Jeez. Oh. And I'm like, do you have a $1,500 credit on your side that you see? Or did somebody just make this up in my system? And he's just like, nope, it's there. And I'm just like, bro.
Then why are you calling me? Call me at home, we'll chat.
I just... the amount of people I have to talk to that need help doing their accounting is amazing.
Right.
If you don't know how to do your books, how am I supposed to know how to do mine? Also, why are you asking me how to do your books?
Right. But then on the other hand, they get a thing, you call them, they need to send us money. Okay, I'll call them. They're doing their job probably.
Yeah, probably.
Their boss told them to call you, and they called you.
I have a couple vendors more than a couple, that are creative bookkeepers.
Oh boy.
They, I send you $500 for invoices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $100 per invoice. and you put it to whatever the fuck you feel like putting it to, and then you're sending me something saying I only paid $5 to invoice number 5 when I know that I gave you $100 for that.
Because I have a picture of a check with the numbers on it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you that I had a project recently for the vice president, and it was to get every single invoice for Q4 for the 3 vendors, the 3 main parts vendors.
You had talked about that, but that was when you first got it, I think.
Yeah.
How bad was it?
Well, it was so big I had to zip it to send it, because one of the accounts for one of the vendors had 1,800 invoices.
Wow. Wow. Why so many?
We do a shitload of business with them.
Wow.
And, spread out across 9 stores.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And the other account for that same vendor had over 700 invoices.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
But thankfully, I was able to get account information so I could log in and download the shit instead of standing at the copier all day and just making copies.
Yeah, man. You would have had to box that up to send
Well,
it.
that's kind of what I was trying to get out of. I'm like, VP guy, there's at least 800 invoices a month for this one vendor.
Yeah.
At least. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to need all those.
He's trying to get a better deal, probably.
Well, I think because he's got a pretty sweet deal with one vendor, but I think he's trying to get everything moved to that one vendor. And I don't think that's going to happen.
Right. First off, can that one vendor handle it?
No.
Okay.
And from what I'm hearing from parts people is that, that's fine, but they don't have everything that's needed.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's time-consuming effort.
Oh.
When, the one vendor is right around the corner.
It's not the right-on-time stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So.
Next day stuff. Or,
yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I sent that. I felt really good. I'm like, listen, I know this took a minute. I did not forget about it. It just took time to compile. Here's everything you wanted.
Nice. And you look like the hero again.
Yep.
Come on, baby. Come here. You little man.
Is he?
I think he just woke up.
Yeah, he did. Come here, baby.
He's like, I have to check out the area first. Something could have happened while I was napping. Yeah. Oh, I think he's still napping.
He's been in a bit of a funk.
Since his tummy went bad?
Yeah. And then I stabbed him in the face. I told you I stabbed him in the face. God damn it. It was like I reached out my hand to rub him, and he moved his face in a way that I just jammed my fingernail into his little cheek. Well, thank God they're blunt and not very sharp. So.
Poor little baby.
He wasn't really injured, but boy, the death glare he gave me.
Yes, they can look at you like you just ripped their ear off.
Just the way he moved his head, he was just like,
what the fuck? That what you said, little Ash?
That's exactly what he said. He's like, are you kidding me right now? Did you just do this?
Poor sweet baby.
I felt so bad. Oh. I even gave him cookies, and he still was mad at me.
Aww. Poor thing.
Yeah. All right, back on track.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure out a movie. When are you going to have time again?
Well, I have next Saturday off, too.
What?
I work Monday through Friday, 6 to 2:30.
What? All right, I guess we'll have to think hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, I'll find something.
Yeah, I know you will. And I'll cook this time.
Oh, okay.
So you just have to tell me what to cook, and I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Doubt that.
I know.
Nap time.
Yeah. Well, this has kind of turned into a ramble fest,
yeah,
which is fine. Thank you for listening to me bitch about my job.
Me too.
And whine about my cats hating me.
Oh, but they're so sweet.
They're adorable. And I think that
rearranging your furniture. I mean, we've really gotten far afield today.
Yeah, my laundry mountain.
Yeah.
Our diets. Ooh. Yeah. Working out. All right. I'll think of something good.
Okay.
Well, We'll surprise ourselves, and I guess I'll have to hurry up and start editing. Get some more stuff out this weekend.
For sure.
But I think, I guess, until next time, it's been Movies with My Mother. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.